Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and staying safe. If you've been following my channel from the start, you'll know that I've been using the Garrett Ace 250 metal detector. It's a fantastic metal detector, very easy to use, great beginner machine, but I think it's about time now that I upgraded to something a bit more up to date. So I've just got myself a Nokta Makro Simplex Plus. This only came out last year, it's very up to date, and it's only just arrived. I'm Adam, this is my new metal detector, and this is an unboxing and first impressions video. Welcome to D-Tekt Sussex. A very exciting episode this week as I unbox my brand new metal detector, the Nokta Makro Simplex Plus. I'll probably just call it the Simplex just for ease on the video. Let's get into this. I haven't opened this yet. I'm dying to open this box up, so let's get into it as quick as we can. Have a quick look at the box. That's the Simplex itself. That's what it looks like in its entirety. We've got a little bit of text over here. Simply unrivaled, the first waterproof detector on the market offering extreme depth and high-end features at an entry-level price. Simple enough for beginners, yet impressive enough for experts. And you see they've very subtly hidden the word simplex in that last paragraph there. Very clever, Nokta Makro, very clever. All right, let's have a look at some of these features down here. Iron volume. You can change the volume of the iron tone on here to have it low or high, depending on whether you want to listen out for it or not. We've got notch discrimination. Now the Garrett Ace 250 features notch discrimination as its sort of main way of differentiating different targets. This has a lot more notches on it for you to adjust. Frequency shift, so you can, if you're getting electromagnetic interference, you can play with the frequency on there, so you can cut out any interference you're getting. Vibration, you can set it so that the handle vibrates rather than making a sound. Very useful if you want to do some hunting underwater, which you can do with this machine. The keypad is backlit, the LCD lights up, and there is an LED flashlight on the back of the main unit, so you can use it in low light conditions. The search coil is a double D style, so similar to the Nel Tornado you've seen me using recently, and it is 11 inches in size. And there are online firmware updates. Now there was a brand new update for this about 3 days ago, update 2.76 as I'm recording this 3 days ago. So as soon as this is out of the box and charged up, I'll make sure that update is on there, so I'll be using it with the brand new update moving forward. Those are all the features. There are 4 different modes primarily. There's all metal, field mode, park mode and beach mode. Obviously I do quite a lot of beach work, so that's going to be very useful. We've got a few more features up here just very quickly. We've got wireless audio ready. Now I haven't got the version with the headphones. You can get specific Nokta Makro headphones which work with the detector. I couldn't quite stretch for that this time, but I may upgrade to those in the future. Built-in rechargeable battery. No more buying batteries for this. You just need to stick it on charge and go. Lightweight. What's that? 1.3 kilograms. Wow, that is lightweight. And it is waterproof up to 3 meters or 10 feet. Fantastic stuff. Lovely. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so opening for the first time. There it is. Fantastic. Right, there is the Nokta Makro Simplex. Let's have a look and see what we've got in the box. A little bit of paper. Metal detecting code of ethics. Do not enter private property without the owner's permission. Tick. Refill all holes. Tick. Remove and dispose of all trash found. Tick. Respect natural life and protect the environment. Tick. That is what I do. And then we've got in another language in the background. In the back of it. There we are. Okay, let's put that to one side. What's this? Another code of practice for responsible metal detecting in England and Wales. Lovely stuff. Nice. Okay, I'll have a read of that. I doubt there'll be much I don't already know, but I'll have a little read of that later. This would be the manual, I assume. Manufacturer's warranty. There we are. Quick guide. And here it is. The main event. What have we got here? That's the adapter for the headphone cable. So we've got an arm strap in there. And that looks to me like a bracket for the coil to attach on the bottom. And looks like we've got a charging USB cable in there as well. I think you use that for updating the machine as well, so fantastic. And here we are. does this come off? How does this come off? Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Velcro. Excellent. No knives or scissors required. Here we go. Okay, so there's the armrest. And if I can position it with the camera well. There is, with the reflection of my my phone in the screen, there is the Simplex. Lovely stuff. So, what else have we got in the box? We have the shaft. That's the main shaft. Looks like the adjustments for the length are by these clamps, which is nice and convenient, nice and quick and easy. I can already tell this is going to be very, very lightweight, definitely lighter than the Garrett I've been using. Let's get that out of the way. What else do we have? More shaftage. That's where the coil attaches onto the bottom. And we have got the coil itself. Lovely stuff. There's the connector. Yep, so it's slightly smaller, I think, than the Nail Tornado. I think the Nail Tornado is 13-inch from top of my head memory. Yeah, Nokta Makro. And it's got a nice protective cover on there as well. Lovely stuff. All right, I'm going to put this together and then I'll show it to you all assembled, and we'll take it from there. Do some first impressions. All right, so the Nokta Makro Simplex Plus has been put together and we're ready to have a quick look and do some first impressions. So I've seen a few people on YouTube use this. So I've got a rough idea of some of the features, but I'll be honest, I'm not an expert yet. I haven't learned every single function and feature, so I'll be doing that over the coming weeks, and I hope you'll join me as I explore the machine further and learn it a little bit better. I have to say the build quality on this is a lot better than I expected. I mean, it's a £300 machine. So you expect it to be good, but it is plastic on the whole. So, but the build quality is really, really strong, really, really solid, really happy. That grip is really heavy duty. So pleased with that. So what I'm going to do is zoom in to the control box. So you can see that a little bit better. And I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to have a quick look at just some of the basic features. There will be some settings on here that I don't know what they are yet. So I will learn it. I have put a little bit of extra charge in here. I haven't done a full charge just yet, but a little bit of extra charge. And I have updated the software to 2.76. So I'm going to start using this as of 2.76, the update. Let's turn it on and have a look. I do know what most of the update contains, so if I can point those out as I go, I will try to do that. Alright, so that's the screen. So if you're familiar with the Garrett Ace 250 and or you saw my video last week showing off the Garrett Ace 250 screen, you can see it's a lot different. One thing we do have that is similar though is the notch discrimination gauge along the top here. So if you've seen the Garrett Ace 250, you'll know that it's got 12 blocks on there, ranging from ferrous to non-ferrous, from left to right. This one, I haven't counted them, but there's a lot more than 12 blocks on there, so you can have a bit more of a fine readout as to what the item might be. And it's numbered 10, 30, 50, 70, and so on. So below that, we've got modes. Now, there are 5 modes on this updated version. Previously, there were only 4, and they've added a park mode. So previously, I'll just go through them. We've got field mode. Previously, there was only one park mode. There's a beach mode, and there's all metal mode. Now, all metal, I think, was on the left as well. They've moved it over there because I think most people were using the specialized modes. So the extra park mode, the park mode number 2 is the original park mode. Park mode number 1, excuse me, is the new one. And from what I understand, the park mode number 1 is deeper. You'll get a lot more depth on that, but it's a little slower to recover on the swing. So yeah, so you can find deeper targets, but you'll need to be a bit more careful with the swing because it's a slow recovery. Switch between the modes using these 2 buttons here. There we are. You can see the screen and the buttons light up. Screen and buttons turn off as you're swinging, and as soon as it picks something up, the screen and buttons will light up again, which is useful. So that's how you switch between the modes. On the left-hand side here, we have our sensitivity gauge. And sensitivity is adjusted using these buttons here. So we're on 3 bars at the minute. You can go up to 4, 5 and 6. 6 is what it was before the update, and with the update they've added an extra 7th level of sensitivity, so you can get a little bit of extra depth in there. I'm just going to turn that down so it doesn't chatter all the way through the video. There we are. On the right we have our depth indicator. So if the item is directly below the coil, you won't have anything in there. If I just wiggle this around, it'll probably pick up a nail in the carpet somewhere, in the floorboards. There we go. There we are. You can see a couple of chevrons turn up on the side here. So the more chevrons you've got, the deeper the target is. In the middle we have our VDI. This is a number, a fine number if you like, based on the scale up here. So where you've got 50, if say 50 lights up, this might say 54, and it gives you a much more precise idea as to what sort of metal is underneath the coil. An example might be, and I'm going to make these numbers up because I don't know what the numbers are on this particular machine, but you might have, I don't know, a pound coin and a bottle top, and the pound coin might come up at 63 and the bottle top might be 67. On the Garrett, that you just have one box that would be indicated for both of those. On a machine like this, you'd have 2 different numbers, and once you've learned the numbers, you can get an idea as to what it is you're digging up. So yeah, that should be really good, and I look forward to learning that. On the left here we have our mineralization gauge, and that tells you how much mineralization there is in the soil, so salt, iron particles, that kind of thing. Oops, sorry, just nudged the tripod. So yeah, salt, iron, that kind of thing. The device does have ground balancing, so you can adjust the machine to cancel out any interference from the mineralization, which is fantastic. Again, the Garrett didn't have that. That's the battery indicator, nice and simple. And then along the bottom we've got our settings. So these are the buttons you use to switch between settings. So that looks like volume. That's your ground balance. You can do manual ground balancing, or you can do an automatic ground balance. Hold down the button, pump the machine up and down, and it'll automatically ground balance. The settings do time out after a little bit. So we've got, oh, that's the iron volume. So the tone you get at the bottom when you get the iron volume, so the iron tone when you get iron under the coil, you can change the volume of that particular tone, so you can hear it more or hear it less. Yep, no idea what that is yet. That is frequency adjustment, I believe. So if you've got electromagnetic interference from Wi-Fi or overhead cables, you can adjust the frequency of the detector to compensate for that. That is, I think, for pairing headphones. That's the wireless symbol. I think it's probably for pairing headphones. Yeah, I don't know. That's brightness of the screen. And yeah, I think that's the light underneath. Not sure how to turn that on, but yeah, that's there's a flashlight on the back of the machine here for low light conditions. And when you're in the normal screen, this is the pinpoint button. So the higher the pitch and the fewer concentric circles in the middle is when you're close to the target, when you're directly over top of the target. Fantastic. Right, I am really looking forward to getting on with this machine over the next few weeks. I know there are a few more targets left in my back garden. I've been out there a couple of times already during the lockdown. So if you're watching this months in the future, years in the future, I'm recording this in April 2020, so we're currently under lockdown for the coronavirus here in the UK. So we're not able to go out and detect, but I've been out in the garden a couple of times, found some nice things, found a halfpenny, which is nice. And as I was using it with the Garrett out there, I know there are a couple more targets out there to find. So I think over the next week or two, I'll take this out there and I'll have a little go and see if there's anything else that the Simplex can find in the backyard. I've also got a few ideas about doing some comparisons with this and the Garrett Ace 250. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thank you for watching, like the video if you did, and drop any comments and questions down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.
In a world filled with Garrett Ace 250 videos, one man continues his epic journey with a new metal detector. Starring Adam from D-Tekt Sussex. And introducing the Nokta Makro Simplex Plus. This spring, things are getting epic.